Jazz, happy August. We are 2 days in to a new month and I'm not ready for it. Now in the last vlog, which has actually yet to go on YouTube, basically I've tried to upload it twice now and both times it's made our internet cut out. My dad's currently watching a cricket match and it's just very complicated, so I'm actually waiting until he goes out tomorrow for a couple of hours and then I'll start the upload then. Hopefully by the time he comes back the majority of it will be done, but yeah, I apologise that hasn't yet gone up. Does make this one harder because obviously this one will go up even later, so although today is the 2nd, you probably ain't gonna see it till next week at some point, but never mind. Yes, it is the 2nd of August and last month was hectic. It really was, and just a complete contrast to that, the past week has been practically, I don't know, like a graveyard. Nothing has happened. Half term has started, the 6-week one, and I don't know, people just aren't coming into the restaurant. I don't know if it's because the weather, it's kind of had its good and bad days at the moment, but the weather has been quite nice, and I guess people are just going abroad, and when most people come out on a weekend to a restaurant, if every day for them is suddenly a weekend because they've got to take care of their kids, then it's just really unpredictable. So Monday we were dead as anything. Tuesday we were super busy. It's just so hard to know what it's going to be like. And so for that reason, he's giving us more time off, which was nice the first week, don't get me wrong, because it meant I could kind of catch up with myself on the time that I hadn't had, if that makes sense. But now it's just like I've got too much time on my hand, to the point where I have actually started looking for jobs and internships and just anything really where maybe I could get like a bit of experience while still working for the restaurant. If I could get some experience elsewhere while we're going through a quiet phase, then do the Christmas period with them and then go somewhere else, like that's a potential. So I'm trying to make it work, but it's hard at the moment. It's really hard. Not that much has happened actually since the last vlog. We are in August now, so it's getting closer to Hayley and John's big birthday day thing. John's birthday is actually on the 6th of August, so his is coming up first, and then Hayley's. Yeah, we have, and I don't know how possible it is, but I am in discussion with her to go back to Disneyland. Yeah, we always knew it would be a possibility. Let's face it, we were never gonna rule it out, and it was always going to be if we can afford it we should go, but at the moment she doesn't know this, but she's got some money from me as part of her birthday present, so that practically halves the cost for her trip, but then I still am 100 shorter than what she is, even though she doesn't know. So I need to kind of find that 100. I also need to pay off a couple of bills and credit cards and boring stuff. I've then also got a very lovely woman on Etsy making me some Disney ears, and I may have gone a little bit over the top with how many I wanted, because I couldn't decide which one I wanted. So she was like, I can do all of these for this price, which is really sweet of her, but I didn't actually have the money at the time, so I was just like, yes please, and I'm sticking it on my credit card, which obviously then means that I've got even more to pay off than I thought I did, but never mind, I can't wait to see them. The Christmas pair is already in the making, which will be fantastic. I'm just going to take you upstairs upstairs because I want to rave about something. Now, I'm not really one for makeup. I never really have been. And since I was about 12, like going into high school, I've always had a thing with my spots, always. And so I used to buy Clarins. For some reason, Mum was like, this is the best brand you're ever going to find. Use this, it won't harm your skin. So I've been using that for like the majority of my life. But I have recently discovered this. Now, it is called Kat Von D Foundation. I think it's called Foundation Locket. I'm not sure if it's called Locket. But basically it's 24-hour wear foundation, full coverage and a matte finish. Now, I got some vouchers from work recently, and I'd seen this YouTube video, and this woman also had a problem with her spots, and she was like, get this makeup, I swear by it, I promise you, it'll do the trick, be really, really handy. And this is what it looks like when it's out of the box. It looks quite gothy, and most of the makeup I wouldn't normally go for, like their lipstick, their mascara, it all looks a little bit too much goth-like. But their foundation is just foundation, but it is amazing. And normally, like, I'd just put it on with my hands, and she was like, no, you're doing it the wrong way, get the brushes. So I bought their cheap brushes. They're not like the proper makeup brushes, but they still work too. And then I also bought the Kat Von D, what's it called, setting powder. So both times, for both of them, I went to Debenhams in London, in Oxford Street, to get them. Because the Debenhams where I live, they don't actually sell them in the store, which is really, really stupid. But now I've got the colours, I can always order it online if I want to. But I just thought I'd let you know, because they are a really good brand. I'd never heard of them before, Kat Von D. And I completely think it's worth paying the money for it. Like, I wouldn't go back to Clarins now. Now that I know what that's like, wouldn't go back, I swear by it. But yeah, there's not really that much to say. I start work in an hour and a bit, so I've got a while. I'm getting a cold. I need to take some Lemsip as well, and it does look like it's going to rain, so might have to dig out a coat, maybe. But yeah, I hope you're well. Pop me a video whenever you've got time. I've no clue what you're up to these days. Absolutely no clue. But yeah, I will speak to you soon, and I promise I will upload that one, obviously before this one, otherwise you wouldn't have seen. Yep, you know what I mean. Bye! So hello. It's been a while. I need to play back the last part of this video because I'm fairly certain A, I had a cold, and B, I was in just a really, really bad mood that day. I don't know why I picked up the camera. So that bit may not even be included in this video, shall we say. In which case, hi, how are you? Today is the 15th of August, 2017, duh. And it is in fact Hayley's 30th birthday today. Happy birthday to her. She's never going to see this, but I hope she's had a really, really lovely day with John. I cannot wait to see her on Saturday, give her her presents, do Aladdin, go for the meal. It's going to be amazing. Just want to point out something to you. If I bring you this way, I don't know if you're really going to be able to see him. But let's do that. We have a new stalker. I don't know if you saw any of that. If I... Hold on, I think you can hear me. Basically, we've new neighbours next door, which, you know, is not that rare. happens all the time. But we have a new cat who lives with them. If I do that, there you go. He is, sorry about the screen tilting malarkey, but he is currently sat outside our front door, wanting me to go out there to him. He meows all the time, and the thing is he loves his owners. They came home yesterday and he practically ran in after them. So I don't quite know why he's become so obsessed with us. Go home. Go home. If I, hold on, wait. Can you see him? He's probably looking directly at us. Look through the clear bit. There you go. So, obviously we've already had a ginger cat in the neighbourhood who we call Ginge. So, he cannot be called Ginge, but he doesn't have a name. So, let me know what you think we should call him, and that can be his name. As I was saying, yes, I was getting over a cold. I've had it for the last week. I've finally seemed to have got rid of it. It still sounds like it's there, but I'm feeling a lot more myself, shall we say. So yeah, it was an awful cold as well. So I'm really glad it's over with. Dad had it too, but only for like a day. I couldn't understand, like, you know how men make such a drama over it. Like, I know I can be quite dramatic, but when men get colds, they kind of, it goes down to like man flu and they can't move. Well, I had that. My dad had like some fake little, oh my god, he's still there, go home. Had some fake little thing. And over a day, he'd drunk all my medicine and he was like, yeah, I feel fine. And I was still there going, where's all the medicine gone? And it was because he'd OD'd on it all practically. But never mind. We're both feeling okay. I'm currently on a break from work. I've got the house to myself at the moment. Mum and Dad have both gone off to the dentist. I still need to make an appointment from like 3 months ago and I just haven't got round to it. So we will see. Tomorrow is my cousin's birthday, so I've got to give her card, and it's one of those like catch-22 situations. I've been trying not to avoid her lately, because, you know, avoid sounds a bit strong, but I just needed a little bit of space. She's lovely, and she's my cousin, I love her, but some people you're not meant to spend 24/7 with for a reason. You might just kill them. And she is one of those people. So I haven't seen her for quite a while, and I said as soon as I get my rota this week, then we'll meet up. And as it happens, tomorrow is A, her birthday, B, my day off, but C, my boss has arranged drinks with work, which, you know, doesn't happen very often. We're getting the old gang back together. People are coming in from wherever and whatever they're doing to see us. And I'm not being funny, but drinking with my work colleagues, I feel, is a way more safer and sensible option than drinking with my cousin. Because I know which one I'm less likely to be spending in hospital. And not through myself either. Like, I'd be there watching my cousin in hospital. So I'm sort of lying to her by saying I've got to go into work, which technically I do have to because we're meeting there first, but it is a lie, and I do feel a bit bad, but not overly. So I'm spending the day with her tomorrow. We're going to go for a pub lunch, and I said I'd buy her an alcoholic drink, even though I can't drink. Part of that I'm working scheme, otherwise she'll clock on, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. We've got a couple of the chefs coming out too, which should be nice. And then in here is Hayley's birthday room. It is not as excessive as we did for Dad's. Like, we've got a pack of balloons here, which are going to be blown up on the day of. We're going to have the cake in this spot here. Some of the banners were taken to the restaurant, and Mum's getting a couple of those helium 30 balloons. yes, I'm really, really, really looking forward to it. This week has been a bit strange because it's already Tuesday. Sorry, I've got the hiccups. It's already Tuesday, and I've done 2 hours work so far this week. It has been crap. So if I get cancelled tonight, I'm literally gonna blow up a bubble. I need money. I really, really do. I've just spent a fortune on, I don't really know what, really. Because Hayley and John's present, I feel like I've had for ages now, so I can't really blame them anymore as to why I'm skint. And I've not been very social either because I've been ill, so I don't know why I'm so skint. I think it's because, oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. There is something that I do want to buy, shall we say, and I purely haven't bought it yet because I am quite skint. But it's a new camera, digital, and it has a flip screen. It's a Sony, Jesus, what's it called? A Sony DWX500 or something like that, I want to say. It's got the 500 bit for definite. But it's like your bog standard camera, but then there's an LED screen and it tilts 180, so basically you can do the whole selfie vlogging situation a lot easier than having to try and guess with a digital camera whether you're in the shot or not. And it will have a lot more storage space than this phone, because this phone is, I swear, on the verge of a meltdown. It keeps telling me every time I try to take a photo that there's no room. I'm amazed it's letting me record this so far. So yeah, we'll see. It'd be nice to do videos as a whole if I wanted to, rather than just each individual little blocks, which is what I'm currently doing. So yeah, I really want to buy that. I'm hoping to have saved up enough money to get it before our before our November trip to Paris. It'd be really cool to vlog that. Did want to use it this Saturday, really, like test it out and stuff, but it can wait a little bit longer. It can wait. I need to like balance out my overdraft, my credit card, and all that shit first. My arm is really aching, really aching. There isn't really that much more to say other than stuff that's coming up. Haven't really done anything, you know. Had a room clear out again. One thing I noticed quite a lot lately, when your collection grows as much as mine has, you have to dust it so much. I mean, it's a good workout, don't get me wrong, but you do have to dust out and you do have to rearrange, and it's so hot upstairs as well, and then you get so tired halfway through you just feel like giving up. So I've done it regardless, and I told Mum that on my next day off, which I don't actually have this week, that I'm free anyway, I would try and tackle the loft situation, because there is so many boxes in there, boxes that I don't think we even know what they were for, or we've kept the boxes but we've no longer got the thing that goes inside the box because it was broken or whatever. So I promised her I'd try and sort that out. We had painted, I think I told you this, I think it's already been uploaded. We painted the whole hallway thing, and now on top, oh my lord, on top of the stairs is a new lantern, because our last one, I don't really know what happened to the last one. We kind of woke up one day and it wasn't there. I don't know why. Somehow it got damaged, and we don't know how, we don't know when. It was just a really long time ago, and we tried to get it to match that one in our downstairs bit, and that was the closest Mum could find, so kudos to her for looking. I wouldn't have bothered, I'd have just picked up brand new cheap ones that matched. But yeah, that's about it really. There's not much else to say. I hope you're well. We spoke briefly. I know your birthday's coming up, but I don't know. Oh my god, he's still there. He's still there. He is watching me. Hello. Hi. Startled. yeah, I don't know what you're doing for your birthday. I don't know if you're going to Cornwall or if your parents are going up to you. No idea. My hair's getting quite long, by the way. It needs a dye. It really does. It's going grey. Not as grey as Hayley's. Yeah, so let me know what you're doing and what you're up to these days, because I feel like it's very much one-sided at the moment, this whole video situation thing. Sorry, I keep saying situation. I don't know where I heard it from, but like it's just stuck in my head. It really is. But yeah, send me a video when you've got time. And yeah, I will piece this one together, and I'll probably, in fairness, vlog the next bit of this video on Sunday if I can, or Monday, maybe Monday, and then I will upload the whole lot for a new video. And I forgot to do it. I was gonna check. You know, it's been a year since graduation, a year and a bit now. Well, in that case, it must have been a year and a bit since we've been YouTubing each other. And I think in that time, cut out. It just cut out. My phone is crap. I've 3 minutes and 40 left to talk to you. So basically what I was trying to say before this cut out was, in that year and a bit that we've graduated, I think I've done about 23 videos, I want to say, to you so far. So God knows what I've been rambling on about in any of them. But yeah, I'm quite enjoying it. It's like a good little hobby almost, and I have actually practically stopped writing in my diary because of it. Because now I just tell you everything. Oh nice, he's itching. Now I just tell you everything. I don't bother writing it in my diary because I already told everybody everything, and I've got it off my chest. So it's quite a good stress technique, I think. I really like it. I really do. But I do apologise if I just waffle on about absolutely nothing. It's like I never even left you. But I will leave you now because I'm covered in cat hairs and I need to go and change before I start work. So I will speak to you soon. Bye! Oh, I might, if I can be bothered, I might put a really embarrassing clip of me and Hayley in here. And yeah, so that would have been way back when she was probably about 10 maybe, and I was about 2. But I just thought it'd be funny to share it. Adios! Hello, we are doing a segment outside because the weather is amazing. It's so good, and I'm accompanied with a friend. Look at the camera. Yep, we've grown quite attached. Today is, what day is it? Today's the Friday, I know that much, the 18th, and today we are picking up Hayley's birthday cake at 5, so stay tuned, and I will be posting a photo of it somewhere soon. And then tomorrow we've got our day out together, and we're going for the meal. And what else? We went for drinks with work, and oh my god, I drank so much, so much. I reckon I probably had 2 bottles of wine by myself, 10 shots, and a half cider. I had 2 cocktails with Gemma during the day, and oh, it was not pretty. I wasn't drunk like when I was with them, but let's just say I was a little bit ill when I got home. Didn't have the best night's sleep, but it was a really good night, and thankfully I don't think we'll be doing it too soon, because that was kind of like a last get together before everyone goes off to uni or wherever they're going. But it was nice, it was funny, it's ridiculously funny. Mum wasn't too impressed, but I don't do it often. Oh, hello. So yeah, so we're going to pick the cake up today. Really excited to see it. I cannot wait. Should be good. Yeah. And so I'm meeting Hayley at 11 tomorrow, and we're going to go straight to the theatre. Then what are we doing after that? We've got the meal in the evening, which we'll be going to as well. So yeah, really excited, and the weather is so nice, I don't really want to go to work tonight, but let's see. Okay, I was literally sat outside like 2 hours ago. Look at the weather, if you can, if it will focus. Anyway, I'll attach a clip in a minute, but it is crazy. It just came out of nowhere. Can you hear it? That was thunder. I'm meant to be picking the cake up in 2 hours. How you doing? It is the last segment of this video, and then I promise I will get to uploading it, because I realise this whole vlog has lasted the whole of August practically. I'm fairly certain I started this vlog with it being like the 2nd of August or something, and like waving goodbye to July, and now we're on the 22nd of August, I think, which is a little bit spooky, but never mind. So anyway, I'm going to say this really quickly and then I will upload it. I hope you're well. I believe you might be in Cornwall this week, this month, I don't really know what you're doing, but anyway, I hope you have a nice time. And yeah, it's the 22nd of August, as I just said. We've had Hayley's birthday weekend. It's gone. The big fuss, the big kind of planning and organising wasn't all for nothing. She had a really special day. Like, we did as much as we could to show her how much we love her, and like to make her really feel like, you know, yes, 30 is a big deal. and she ended up crying, but I think she was crying through like excitement and overjoyness, and as much as like being overwhelmed with it all, because it was a lot to take in. It was a lot. If you weren't expecting any of it, then I guess it could be quite different, I guess. But anyway, so the last bit of this video, I was out in the garden with you, and I was talking about picking the cake up. It then pissed it down like literally 10 minutes later, but I touched upon briefly the fact that I'd gone out for work drinks, and it was a really good night. I don't feel like I touched on it too much because I was out in the open, and literally our garden, people can walk past and they can look in and you can overhear us, like we're not that excluded from it. So I was being a little bit sensitive as to what I was saying. I didn't want to overshout or anything like that, as I'm doing right now because I'm in my room. I've actually got, not the house to myself, Dad's in the garden, but I feel like I can talk a lot more freely. But anyway, it was a really good night. We stayed at work, so we've got an upstairs and a downstairs, and basically because two of the managers had to kind of help out on the floor, we kind of segregated the downstairs section, and we just started drinking there because we thought, well, if we wait till everybody's finished, it's going to be quite late. So we ordered some food from the kitchen once they died down, and literally by the time everyone was ready, they were like, do you know what, it's nearly 9 o'clock, we might as well just stay here. By the time we go somewhere likely to be in town, like everywhere, there'll be like an hour and a bit before we get chucked out because it was a weekday, which was fine. So we stayed at work, and I'm pretty sure I already told you how much I had to drink, but oh my goodness, they were determined to try and get me drunk. It did not work. Well, it did because I threw up, but I didn't throw up in front of them. So to them, I noticed that like I was taking longer to like respond to things. And one of the girls noticed that too. She was like, you look like you're thinking about what I just said. And I was like, yeah, I'm trying to work out response. So I was getting like a little bit slower, but in terms of walking and talking, I was holding a conversation. I wasn't being really loud. I wasn't falling over or spilling anything or anything. So they were all like, not that I wanted to impress them, that it wasn't about that, but it was just funny that they all thought they could get me drunk and I was still okay. I'm pretty sure if I'd have stayed for like another 2-3 more drinks though, I would have probably thrown up in front of them. But I had my homing instincts on, so I was like, okay, right, it's time to leave. I'm going to exit quickly. I got the bus, Dad met me at the bus stop, and literally for that walk, it's not a very long walk, it's like 5 minutes, but it's through a park, and at night it's a bit dodgy. So he comes to meet me, and on that way home, I was holding up a conversation with him. Like, he was asking how was the night, what was the drinking, and he even said to me, do you need a bucket for bed? It's like a precaution we used to do with Hayley, whereas if she'd been on a night out, we'd put a bucket by her bed so that if she wanted to be sick, hopefully it would go in the bucket. And I said, no, I'm fine. Never believe me if I've had a few drinks and I say no, I'm fine, because chances are I'm not fine. But anyway, we went upstairs. I got changed into pyjamas, and we got into bed, and I could hear Mum ask Dad, is she okay? And of course he just relayed what I'd told him. He went, yeah, she's fine. Literally 2 minutes later, I threw up, and there was no bucket. There was no bucket by my bed, and that wasn't even the worst bit. The worst bit, and I don't want to get too kind of like into it all, but I fell out of bed, but I managed to mostly avoid landing in what I'd just thrown up. Like, I can't explain how I did it, but in my head I'm picturing me like somersaulting over it, because I landed facing my bed, and I landed on my knees. Both of my knees over the next 2 days were blue. they were aching to like bend, and Mum came running into my room going, "What are you doing?" And of course I was completely out of it. I was like, "I've no idea what I'm doing." And it made like a hell of a noise, and I think that's why she said, "What are you doing?" Because she thought I was being stupid or something. But I think I just lost my balance, and I fell out of bed. But I don't know how I managed to do like a backflip. I managed to knock a few things off my shelf as well, so thank God there was nothing breakable over there, and a lesson to me not to put anything there. But it was a story, shall we say, and I didn't throw up once that night. I threw up like 4 times in total, and I didn't get any sleep. I didn't sleep until about 7 a.m. and I stayed in bed till 1. So I only got like four hours sleep that morning. And the next day I went into work and they were like, "Oh, you were like as hard as a rock," and I was like, "Of course I was." I didn't dare tell them that I'd gone to jelly as soon as I got home. But it was a good night, and everybody's got to go through it at some point. It's just kind of funny that I never did that as like a teenager. Which is when Hayley did it. I'm doing everything a bit later on in life, so yeah, it's quite funny. It's funny now. It wasn't funny at the time. Obviously, I felt like shit, but it's now funny to look back on and say, yeah, that actually happened. But anyway, that was on Wednesday. So Thursday happened, Friday happened. You saw we went to pick the cake up. Picture of cake going like maybe here-ish if I can get it to work. You'll have seen it on Instagram already and Facebook, but it was an amazing cake. It looked phenomenal and it tasted amazing. It was a Victoria sponge with the jam, the cream, 2 chunk of cake and then icing, and then all the sculpted models on, and she did such a wonderful job. I will leave the link down below just in case you want to check her out. She's got a Facebook page, but she mainly posts all of her clips, progress, designs, shall we say, on Instagram. And she's phenomenal. The work she manages to do, I'm completely jealous. I want to do that. I want to do that for a living. Which I might try. But anyway, Saturday, the big day, the day we've been planning for months and months. So I met Hayley at our local underground station, and we got on the train. I didn't tell her where we were going, but basically there's 2 types of trains you could get, and a certain one would have gotten us straight there. Instead, we had to get a different one, because the other one wasn't running, so she had a little bit of an inkling as to what direction we were going in. So when we sat down on the train, it was fairly empty, so I gave her her card, and in the card there was a pin, a Disney pin. It was like a little jokey present, like under £1 kind of thing, to indicate what her main present was. And I was like, open the little present first, but then I'm not going to say anything while you open that to the card. So she opened the pin and she was like, okay, this doesn't really make any sense. Like, she knew it was a jasmine pin, but it was in the shape of a hat decoration, like a Christmas tree ornament that she wants. So then she was really confused. She opened the card and she was like, no way. And I was like, yes. And she was over the moon. She was like, I can't believe this. Like, I had no idea. I'd asked John. He didn't really know. And I asked you. And when you said you didn't know what you were doing with work, she was like, you can't have booked anything. So deliberately, I'd thrown her off the scent without even realising. Which was pretty good, because it meant she was really curious up until the day, as to what it was going to be. So we went to Oxford Street. We did a little bit of shopping and browsing. I managed to avoid the Disney store. I know, I'm shocked. I want to go back just to say this was the visit I didn't do on Saturday. I'm back. But never mind. We did some shopping. We got a Wetherspoons pub lunch. It was really early as well, like 12. and it was just chicken chips, things like that. Then we saw the show, and the show, it's amazing. It was as good as the first time round, because first time round you didn't know where to look. Like the stage, the props, the characters, their costumes, everything is done so amazingly well that you're trying to take it all in, but you miss bits because you're focusing on some bits, if that makes any sense. So because we knew what to expect, it was a lot nicer to kind of watch it knowing what's going to happen, if that makes sense. I still cried at A Friend Like Me. I don't know, there's just something about that song now. Every time I hear it or watch it, I just can't. But needless to say, it was a really, really good production. And the most ironic thing, I say it's ironic, it's not really ironic, we were sat in the back row of the stalls. Directly in front of us was Becca's primary best friend. I saw her and I was like, that's Sarah. And we've never met face to face, like we've never met. I've only seen her through Facebook or Insta again, or like heard about her and stuff like that. So I didn't say anything to her, but I just kind of smiled, and I went to Becca. I think she might be here today. Becca was like, yeah, she is. Enjoy the show. But yeah, the show was amazing. We got back, and then we had a cake on the table. We lit candles, closed the dining room door, and made her walk in, singing happy birthday to her. And she went down butter literally at this cake. She was so impressed with it, and she didn't want to cut it, she didn't want to eat it, and I was like, you can't just keep it, like, it's a massive cake. We're still eating cake downstairs at the moment. But anyway, we did a photo shoot with her and the table. You'll have seen all the pictures. And then we did presents, and I did film the presents, but she physically won't allow me to post it, which is quite funny, because she did cry a lot. She was a blubbering mess. She was so pleased with what she got, and yeah, it was really, really, really nice. So I gave her a necklace while we were still out, because I was doing the whole pretending to have bought her the Disney snow globe, which John didn't know that she'd bought. And then obviously my main present to her was the Disney jar with the Disney spending money in it, and she was so grateful. Mum and Dad also gave them money, and then they did a hamper together of like nice foods and drinks and stuff like that for them. And obviously the cake was part of their present too. And then after all the present openings and cryings and huggings, we went to the Indian, which they decorated really, really nice for us. They put 2 balloons up, they put banners on like the wall behind us, confetti on the table, and then they even gave her a bottle of wine for free, which was really, really sweet of them. We are regulars, and we did spend quite a lot there. But yeah, it was just really nice. I think she had a lovely day. But the little Moo bag thought to herself that I'd probably spend a fortune on her, which, yes I did, but I didn't do it because I felt like I had to. I didn't do it because I wanted her to do it back to me. Like, I purely did it because I wanted to, and like half of the stuff I'd already bought, and like I just forgot I bought it, or I was thinking about like doing it for something else. And so anyway, she decided to buy me a present to say thank you, which she did not need to do. But she went and bought me a Pandora charm, and it looks like this. So there are stars on this side, and if I turn it round, it says, if you can, you might not be able to read it. Well, anyway, it's got a quote, and it's a Disney quote, and it says, "A dream is a wish your heart makes." Now, that is from the film Cinderella, and I just love it. I do love it, and she did not need to do it, but if she had to buy one, I'm glad she bought this one. So it currently sits on this bracelet, which originally just had my K charm, my blue gem, which I don't know what the reason was for buying it, other than the fact it's blue. Like, no one bought it for me. I think I just bought it myself. But yeah, and then my Sagittarius charm. So it's currently on here with those 3 charms at the moment, and I wasn't ever going to build this bracelet up to more than just those 3. So I may even start up my own Disney Pandora bracelet soon, maybe. I don't know. That's a bad idea, probably. But it is gorgeous. It's so lovely. And she's a little moof doing it. But I've been thinking a lot lately. So you may not or may remember that I've got, I'll just show you the outside of it, this book, and it's getting fuller and fuller and fuller of all my kind of Disney collection stuff. So when I've got something, I'll take a photo of it, I'll write down like when I bought it, where I bought it from, I'll just record it basically, just for like, to kind of be in my head when I got it, but then also as like a backup insurance thing, if anything was ever to happen, I would be devastated, literally. So I've got a paper copy one, and I've also got a digital version. But I was kind of thinking the other day that maybe it would be nice, seeing as I like doing these kind of videos so much, and I've seen loads of other people do things, that maybe I should do like a video kind of documentary as to what I've got, like what my collection is, and things like that. So I may do that, and I'm kind of undecided about whether to make it on a public scale or not. I know many people do, and like there is a massive Disney community out there, but I just don't know if I want to do that much yet. But I'm still deciding. That camera I mentioned, link is down below for you to just view it and see what you think of it. But I think I'm going to get that this week. Saturday, I've got another Saturday off. I'm going around to Hayley's, and John's in Brighton, and we're going to order takeaway, we're going to watch Disney films, and we're going to do some Florida planning, which I've already got started by buying some old park maps, because you print them off the internet, they're at the wrong scale. Print them off like this, you get the times guide, you get an indication as to just how big things are and everything, so I'm really looking forward to that too. Nothing else is really happening this week other than that, so I'm excited for that. You need to meet up with Becca soon. I haven't seen her in ages. And yeah, so I hope you're well. Enjoy your birthday, which is coming up. By the time I've posted this video, your birthday will probably be over. So let me be the first to say happy birthday before and after. Obviously I'll speak to you on the day. But yeah, I hope you're well. Bot me a video. Yeah, I need to go get some lunch because I'm starving and I've got birthday cake to eat. It will be September by the next time I vlog. Well, the next time I upload a vlog, which is bloody ridiculous. Bloody ridiculous. Harrods, I believe, have opened their Christmas store. They opened it like 2 months ago, I think, which is insane. I cannot even begin to think about Christmas because there is just so much other stuff I want to think about instead. But yeah, I hope you're well, hope your family are well, hope Sam is well, and I will speak to you soon. Bye!